There you go.
Okay, we're live. Kruffy Conscious
Right.
and the Awakened panel. I think that's what it
Welcome.
says on the thumbnail.
Yeah. It's happening.
So our first topic is how building yourself will lead to building up others. Who wants to go first?
Should we go
No,
first?
I think it can just be a general discussion.
conversation.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, I feel like if you are in a mental position where you're compromised or you're weak, you're not able to properly lead others because your flaws will prevent you from seeing their needs and being able to um, how do I put this, understand what they need to be able to work efficiently and to be able to
Yeah.
like
I guess what you're trying to say is like before you change the world, you gotta change in, your what's underneath your own 2 feet. That's pretty much it, right? Because
yeah.
you can't really help somebody unless you got your shit together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In order for that, you need to really yeah, go ahead.
No one's shoes are the same. So even if you do know yourself somewhat, it's still hard for you to help someone because they're going through something completely different than you are. So you can somewhat understand them, but you can't completely understand them because what they're experiencing is the magnitude that they experience, the feelings and emotions and experiences they experience aren't going to be the same as what you experience.
Yeah, but the thing is, I kind of disagree with that because, what do you call it? Let me give you a basic ass example, right? Someone might get into a car crash, right? Horrible, okay? Someone else might get into, what do you call it? A motorcycle crash, okay? Right? They're both horrible things.
Yeah.
Even though they're not the same thing, it's still a very, like, those two people can relate a lot because, what do you call it? Even though it wasn't the same situation, same city, same dynamic, same whatever, they can understand each other on a very, very deep level because the core problem is the same. Even though they have 2 different personalities, whatever, chances are they're probably unhappy because of the same reason. So what I'm saying is, rather than try to understand the situation, understand the core concepts and try to adapt that to the person that you're dealing with.
Yeah, but they still can understand themselves because they've experienced like similar incident with the crash.
Yeah,
but it could be different to someone that hasn't had their crash and then trying to understand someone that's
exactly.
Being in
the main point is the main point that we're talking about is building yourself up to help others, and if you haven't built yourself up even a little bit in
There's
something
no way.
similar to where if they're at some point in their life and you haven't even built yourself up, you can't speak to them like you know. You're just you're lying to yourself and you're lying to them. So if you haven't built yourself up, to a certain point in your life, you can't be speaking to them. You can't be giving them advice in any way, shape, or form. So
In terms of
you there, Kruffy?
there are a lot of beta male leaders in the world, and some of them do good jobs, but on a very basic level there are some things that they won't be able to do because of the way that they choose to live their lives. There's certain things that they won't understand. And to some extent, the same thing goes with different types. But even if you consider yourself an alpha, not everyone is operates the same. So even though you might have reached a status where you can comfortably an alpha male, there might be problems you have like underneath that prevent you from hmm,
You know, I think
doing
Kruffy, I think what you're trying to
something
say is
meaningful.
you can see it. You can see it in you can see it in leadership. You can see it in people that are leaders around the world globally. People that have been through. Sorry, just a second. But it's not us.
Yeah.
The next topic we have is time management.
Mm-hmm.
But like
Me,
building yourself up to others.
I
Can
try to
touch
be
on that?
as productive as I can. I'm always trying to learn
Can you hear us?
something, do something,
No,
because
no.
in
I mean,
my
barely. It's
mind,
cutting
I
out.
view men as builders. So it's our responsibility to create things, and
Yeah, no, it's cutting out. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, you're clear. Yeah.
Is that like? Can you hear? Because we're struggling to hear Kruffy sometimes. Like it's kind of cutting out.
Yeah,
You
like
can hear us?
right now I can't hear. I can't hear shit.
actually, since you said leaders around the world,
Yeah, no, we can't hear you, man.
leaders around the world, when you look at the structure, the people who are in office in government, most of them are. Huh?
But you can't hear you, man.
I didn't hear you.
You're cutting out a lot, not a little bit, a lot.
I didn't hear what he said.
Just
You're
you can't hear us. Oh, no. Can you hear us, Kruffy?
Nah, Kruffy's gone.
Kruffy's good.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can hear you.
How long,
Dximitri.
Like,
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, What's happening with my controls? Yeah, I can hear you.
come on, Kruffy. Yeah, Kruffy. Is it working?
How we doing?
Oh,
Is it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You cut off.
So what happened was my page it got unresponsive, like the StreamYard page.
Oh yeah.
That's all right.
That's right. Back in it. Nice.
Yeah, what was the question that you had for me?
I was going to go back on to the build yourself to build others, and I was going to talk about how building yourself up to your highest point will allow others to follow your lead, because it takes strength to build yourself up and to lead, take the step, because people don't want to step outside the realm of like whatever everyone else is doing, because people are sheep.
Yeah.
So if you lead and you're doing something that's abstract and crap.
Yeah, I'm here.
We left. I was like, oh no, mid conversation, bro. Your Destiny's just like, don't worry about this guy.
Get go.
Continue.
Anyway, so to do something that's like outside, because everyone can go to school and then go to work 9 to 5. The entrepreneurs and that take the risk and do something outside the box. It's risky. No one wants to do it because of the stigma that might lead to the shame tactics that people use when you go and take a risk with something.
Yeah, exactly.
Because as soon as you take a risk to try and do something outside the ordinary, everyone's gonna be like, oh, are you doing that now, or are you trying to be like a bodybuilder or something, or are you trying to do like a YouTube channel?
It's like
it's
like you, Kruffy, starting a YouTube channel. It's like us starting our YouTube channel. You know, no one believes in us at the start, and you keep going with it step by step, and people start to see results, and then they start to follow you, and then that's when you either choose to have them stay around you, and you can help build them up, or you know, if they're negative headwinds, you remove them from your life.
Yeah, definitely remove.
So,
them.
but if they're good for you, and it's just they didn't see what you were, you know,
at the start, they can't really. Some people just can't see it. They can't see the light until you start getting more. Like when I started the Instagram bodybuilding stuff, and I had like 20 followers, and then everyone would. Like, I remember my mates, not my mates, but you know, people would just like berate you and be like, oh, they like shame you, because as soon as you take a risk and do something outside the ordinary, your status and your like social level drops dramatically. So people can throw shade at you, but as soon as you start climbing, you can way eclipse them, because then everyone wants to follow you and be like, oh yeah, actually well done, you know, keep going with it. Yeah. Then they start appreciating your work, but you're doing the same thing you were doing back in the day. Yeah. But with that, it'll help build people around you to be like, oh, actually, if he's doing it, I can do it. Yeah. And then it'll help them self-improve as well. So, yeah. Are we getting things?
A big part of what you were saying is faith. Because people, they want to know that you're getting results. They want to see something.
Yes.
I learned about this networking method. It's called VCP. V for visibility. You have to be able to be seen. You know, people have to have access to what you have to have a good reputation, or nobody's going to want to do business with you. Then it goes to profitability. How do you make money from this? And I like that networking method because you're thinking on a macro scale. Most people, when they're all right, so I think the example that the guy used was, say you go to convention and you have a booth or something. You're only thinking about getting a sale from one person. You're not thinking about giving this person good service, and then that person goes to tell their friend, oh, if you're looking for this person gives good service, you know, giving you referrals. You build your reputation. That's credibility. And through that, you make profits.
Yeah, that's always a good word of mouth.
Well, it all starts with that one person. You've got to understand how you can satisfy that first customer, or that, that person. And then as it grows, to 50, to 100, to 1,000, to 1,000,000, you've got to, you've got to keep persevering and understanding your customer and and the market. And you can't build something and waste your energy and your resources to get to the point where it's worthless. At each stage, it's got to be pivotal that you build small products and small steps, so then you can create that final product.
Yeah. Dximitri, I think Dximitri doesn't know that we're still on.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
Is he gonna jump back in?
Yeah, I think so. When you look at government, you don't see alpha males in government. And actually, if we look at history, great conquerors were alpha males. That's why we associate like being an alpha with conquering. But conquering doesn't always have to be a negative thing. You can conquer yourself.
Yeah.
And become a better version of yourself.
Yeah. That's the thing that I like to say as well. Like, conquering can be seen as bad, it's all perception, but it's the energy that you use. It's like if you have anger, it's like a bad energy, but it can be a good energy if you harness it and put it in the right direction. Like if you use that anger at the gym and you will put the work in towards yourself, use that energy, and because it's all basically pretty much energy. End of that.
Even in relationships, it's the same thing, Kruffy. Like you have to show anger sometimes in a relationship or with women. You can't be this robot that just does nothing. Like showing anger shows that you're that you won't, but you won't, sternness, where you won't conform to everything that she says or everything that others do. You know, you've got to be your own person. You've got to, you know, break the box, break the barrier.
Dximitri's back.
Right. What was the topic? I missed the first part.
If you're, because there's a difference between being flexible. We're still on building others. Yeah. So there's a difference between being flexible and being weak. Because if you're flexible, you're able to adapt to situations that may come up. But if you're, you know, if you're weak, then whatever someone tells you to do, you're gonna do it. You're being obedient to someone else. But even as a man, or I'm not gonna get into the context of a woman, because you know, I'm not really on that. But in terms of a man, you have to have your values. You have to have things that you stand for.
Yeah, 100%.
If you let those values and those morals,
when adversity comes, you have that backbone. You have this set of things that you will always stand by.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, that's why building yourself up is probably the most important thing you can do. Just because when adversity hits, you know how to react, and then it keeps people around you like calm.
Yeah,
so that's very important.
You'll notice as you get older as well, like the people around you, especially the women in your life, the stronger you can hold yourself in those tough situations, they're going to come to you.
Ahead.
And I've found especially the women in my life have been the ones that come to me. It's, you know, even my mum, and you know, it transitions from you being a little boy where they're looking after you to where you're the man, and that they rely on you.
Facts.
And they ask
Facts.
and they ask you questions, and they're relying on you, and you realize that you've got that energy and that responsibility that you have to now take from them as the new sort of leader in the family.
Facts. That is facts. My take on this is, you know, like pretty much you hit the nail on the coffin, in the sense that, you know, for me, I have a certain checklist, check boxes that you need to check. I don't care if you're a woman that's gonna enter my life, a fuck buddy, a you know, a friend, a business partner, family, whatever. I don't care. I have a certain minimum checklist, right, that you must comply to. If you don't comply to that, later down the line, you know, our dynamic is gonna break somewhere, right? And that's not to say people can't have their differences or whatever, but there are certain things that I think that, you know, most guys miss when in terms of social dynamics, is that, okay, say, like, I'll just give this example right now. Say a girl has four of five of those check boxes, right? You still shouldn't be with her because she doesn't check all five, because that one that she's missing might end up, like, you know, later down the line mattering more than you think, you know?
Yeah,
and so...
What are your check boxes? You don't mind me asking?
For me?
Yeah.
For me? Okay, so for me, in terms of what? In terms of all people, because I have specified for each type of person as well. So, like, you know, for what, you know, just in general, or friends? Okay, let's go with friends. Yeah. So, fine. So for friends, basically it's like this. You must be able to speak your mind no matter what situation you're in. Have no filter. At the same time, what do you call it? Be supportive, but quick on your feet, right? Obviously, you know, you gotta have a high level of intelligence as well. And my phone's good.
Oh no, Dximitri!
Don't go.
I want to figure it all out.
No.
Damn it. I was keen, bro. I was like, I was getting yelled out.
Kruffy's gonna lose the plot, man. He's gonna.
I was
loving it.
I didn't mind that. I was like, all right, I gotta write these on down. Not bad. What do you think about? Do you have checkbox as well, Kruffy? Oh, I can't hear Kruffy. Oh, maybe it's because he jumped out and it'll take a little bit to. Right. You can't hear right now, Kruffy. Just 2 seconds. I guess he jumped out. He'll be back.
This has been the live stream. the first live stream. Maybe we just don't use this one next time.
No, because since he's the host, yeah, and when it jumped out, it would have fucked
No,
up.
but just in general. It's like delayed.
Kruffy. Yeah, dude.
All right, so let me talk in terms of actually for me. This is people in general.
No, he's not talking.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it the stream or is it the? Because it was.
This is the thing. The first live stream is always terrible.
Yeah. You get that on the job. You just learn. I guess that's what happens.
The first live stream always has problems.
Yeah, 100%. Dude. Can't be perfect every time.
I think
May as well be.
Dimmy needs to be out of the.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. We just 2-man live stream.
In general. Oh, all right. In general, I try to do everybody that's in my life.
Oh no, we can't hear you, Kruffy. He says like serious, we're just like act like we're laughing, but
Should we just bail?
Might have to.
In general, I try to view everyone in my life as a business partner. So if you're not able to do business with me, I probably can't hang around you because everybody that I'm around, I want to see them, become the best versions of themselves.
Yeah.
Amen.
Did we just go out then for him?
I don't know.
I think we just.
Oh, are we in?
We're here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go.
You good? Oh, finally. All right. So, where did I leave off?
We don't know. You're going to talk about your kind of checklist of people that you want to have.
So I view everyone in my life as a business partner. Even my friends. That's why my friend group is so limited. Yeah. Even in terms of friends, my friend list is very limited because if we can't make money together, like I don't really need to be around you. I'm good on my own. For people, in my friend group, I would say that I'm the unfiltered one, but each of us brings, something different. And through that, we're all able to support each other. Same thing with female. As I am now, I'm like in that transitioning phase to being in a state where I'm able to, properly lead people or like a submissive woman, because you can have a submissive woman and not be able to lead her. Like she's gonna go for an alpha instead. With a woman, if we can't do business, then we can't be around each other. On YouTube, in some way I go by energy, because if I watch your videos and I don't really like it, I'm not even gonna reach out to you. Because you're gonna have to. I don't want to have to force. I don't want to have to force anything with someone.
Yeah, 100%. But it could be a risk going just about with your friends just being business partners, because then people will just look at you as a dollar sign.
Yeah.
But
That's
I think
the
you do
thing.
need people that have like-minded goals and ambitions. Just
I'm
always
always
trying.
yeah, that's more of how I mean, because I see myself as I've always helped my friends out. I always come through for them. But if they're not willing to put at least some level of effort toward helping me when I need something, then why should I be helping you?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you don't want to be used as well. Like, you gotta be two-way street.
See,
I think the better you become with business, and the better you become with, growing a business and doing the process steps, the better you understand relationships, and you understand people and their needs, and how to make them happy whilst bringing them value and bringing value to yourself. So I think that's something that you develop over time. I mean, everyone develops at a different times though. So
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
yeah.
Why I do that though? Because some people might see me a certain type of way, but I do that because I don't want anyone to be left behind when it's time for us to to move to the next step in our lives. I don't want anyone to drag the group.
Yeah, I know it's not. Yeah, you're thinking long term, but there's a lot of people just short term or just want to have instant gratifications.
I think about things, especially I think about things in micro and macro. So micro applies to the person, small groups, stuff like that. When you're thinking about your personal needs and stuff like that, you're thinking micro. But when you're thinking about what's best for everyone around you and the move that you can make that's gonna help everyone, then you're thinking macro. And when you're thinking macro, not only can you help more people, you're making more connections.
Yeah, 100%. It's like internal rather than external. I mean, if you're thinking external rather than internal, which is good. So that's like the base of being a leader anyway. You put others, you're thinking of all the others and trying to help better them, which is good.
I think that's with like leaders, that a lot of leaders in the, all around the world globally, a lot of them don't have that. They've got the macro ability, but they don't really understand the micro, and they don't understand how all relationships interrelate and how everything connects. And then they tend to forget it when they go to the top. They tend to, when they're dealing with masses, they don't understand the individual. And then, that's where that barrier between them and the individual comes. That's what I believe anyway.
That's weak leaders though.
Yeah, like, of course, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about what they are and what they aren't.
So we bicker a bit sometimes.
No. I laughed when you said that's the government, because it is. If you're going to be in that position to lead a country, you need to be able to like when you get in the streets, you need to be able to kind of understand what the people are going through, understand their needs. Because ultimately you're not doing this, you shouldn't be doing this for yourself. It's for the betterment of the country. They put you there because they thought you were going to help them. But if you are doing things that you claim are for the betterment of the country, but it doesn't help them, they won't want you as a leader. Jocko just got here.
Heats up.
Yeah.
the session's about to heat up.
He was in a
handle
nap.
the free screens. Huh?
Because he was taking a nap.
What'd you say?
He was taking a nap.
Oh my God! Hey, Kruffy. What we need to do is we need to say to everyone, no eating fries in the fucking podcast. No eating Putin in the podcast, and no sleeping.
Nah, that's 12 a.m. with Jocko.
Yeah,
The man's waking up in the middle of the nap. He could have just stayed asleep.
No, but fucking preparation.
He did, bro. He's had a nap. So I'm
All
just
right,
gonna have a nap, bro.
This is the thing. The first time I do anything, it's always actually it sounds really negative, but it's the reality. The first time I try anything, it usually goes bad. But the second time I do it, you learn, you refine it, and you're able to do it better. The first time I did a live stream on StreamYard, it didn't even get recorded. I was just talking for 45 minutes. I had no content.
Now, all I'm saying is generally the more prepared you are, it will limit the amount of reactivity that occurs. So you don't want to be reactive; you want to be proactive. So that's just the beginning. The more you prepare, the less you react.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I'm
big on preparation.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that's a real life example. That's the statement.
That's pretty much it.
I think one of the issues here was it might be the amount of people. I'm not accustomed to.
Yeah.
Usually I'm doing like one-on-one, so I'm not accustomed to it. But as I do it,
I know. Yeah, it's perfect with us. But then I think the third person may be too powerful.
Yeah. Because like when you see a podcast where everyone's at a table, you're able to give signs to say who will talk and stuff like that. But when you're doing it like this, it's kind of a bit more chaotic.
Raw. I think it's raw. I think it's good. I like it like this.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. And then eventually we'll all fly to one destination where we can unite as one.
You see, that's the goal.
That's of course.
What's the restrictions like in where you are, the central?
Actually, like once our airports open back up, because Belize is like, we're a country that it's hard to explain. You can get away with pretty much anything here as long as you do it right. Yeah, like huh?
No masks? Like, are you guys not wearing masks?
Nah, we do have to do that, but only in like towns and stuff.
You get to breathe properly.
Yeah, breathe properly.
Yeah, like when I'm at home.
I was talking about the leaders. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Appreciate it while you can. Like where we are in Victoria, the leader's becoming under slack. Everyone's hating on him because the restrictions here are the harshest, I think, in the world right now.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
We're the only state and the only country that has
curfew,
and then the only state that has pretty much mandatory masks.
Yeah.
So, and we can only travel 5 kilometers from our house.
Yeah.
Oh
crazy.
wow.
And like 2 hours. It's crazy, dude. We can't even have people over for like.
You're allowed one. Only if you live by yourself, you're allowed one person over at your house.
That sounds terrible. I'm honest. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Crazy. We can't stop
Stop.
For us, I don't think we have any travel restrictions. I think bars are closed. Like a couple businesses are closed, but more or less, you can travel, do what you want. But actually, today I almost saw a guy get picked up by the police for wearing his mask and having his nose showing. Like the police stopped him on his bike just to tell him to lift up his mask.
They're losing the plot, man. Like you couldn't even do calisthenics here, like chin-ups, and that's supposed to be helping against COVID. Oh, Jocko.
What's good, man?
Jocko.
It's 1 o'clock over here, man.
Building.
But I'm still here, bro.
Jocko.
That's dedication. That's not dedicated.
I do what I can, man. What's good, man?
Yeah, not a lot. Same old. How was the sleep?
Yeah.
Bro, I've been working all day. Then I went to the barber.
Not
I
true.
just come
Nice.
back. Then I've been working on some.
Fresh
Then I've
trim.
been working on some shit.
That cut is nice.
Try to do
bro.
some. I think I have to do a thumbnail. What you say, bro?
I said you
That
got a
cut
fresh
is
trim.
nice.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know, man.
nice.
Jeez. Come
Oh,
on, man.
very
Come
nice.
on, man. I have to look presentable, man. Come on.
100%. What are we talking about?
I'm gonna get a cut soon, but not yet.
Soon, but
You want to move to the next topic?
Yeah,
Since
might as well.
Marco's here, we can start fresh.
Let's do it.
Do it.
All right. So the next one is time. The next one is time management. So, how would you guys manage your times, like in terms of routines?
Do you mean in terms of you managing your time with and communicating it to others, or just how you would actually organize your time? Write it down.
Like a daily routine.
Personally, no, managing your
What?
time personally, like how you do things, go about your day, and stuff like that.
I personally use calendars a lot, and I make sure everything's written in the calendar of what I'm going to do with all the steps. And it can come down to just basic things like cooking your meals, having a shower, hitting the gym. You have to I break down after I read David Goggins' book. Basically, it gave me a lot of motivation to really organize my time, and in blocks of 15. So I really break down my day. Like, 15 by 15. And it seems like it's quite micro, but I think when you break it down very small, you realize how many things you can get done in a day if you break it down. Because a lot of people procrastinate between tasks.
Yeah.
So you'll go from, going to the gym to going to work. You might have an hour in between those time slots. You could be doing something in between in that hour. So a lot of people don't, they think, they need downtime, but they really don't. Downtime comes when you can sleep,
Yeah. For sure.
So,
Yeah, pretty much scheduling it makes a big difference. Like if you're meal prepping, it's going to help immensely throughout the week. Because if you do it all quick on a Sunday, when you have that day off, then during the week it becomes like Monday to Friday should just be like working.
We're big on if you're prepping your meals, like, and you're preparing your week. We're big on cooking all your meals at a set time, so then it frees up. You're not sitting there
shopping.
I don't know if you, Joko. I don't know if you cook do you still get meals cooked for you, or you cook all your meals?
No, I try to cook my meals now.
Yeah, beautiful. So like, we always say cook your meals on one day, so then, you're not spending the time during the week cooking your meals.
Yeah.
That's one big thing.
When I cook my meals, it's usually like all the meat. So let's say I'm having chicken for the week for protein. I'll do like all the chicken, then throughout the week, just literally fry it, whatever. So it's just ready like that. There's no need to do it on the day.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, nice. And I think Kruffy, one more point is to make is that you have to communicate your time to people in your life that you're constantly involved with. Otherwise, if you don't communicate the importance of your time and what you're doing, people will constantly ring you. They'll constantly text you. They'll try to be a nuisance and a headwind in your life. So you've got to really communicate that to them. Otherwise,
100%.
It's just going to cause speed bumps in your life.
Are we talking? Oh no, it's happened before.
Kruffy, can't hear you.
Is he on mute?
That's why
Oh, okay.
like I said, my friend group is really small. So everyone again. I don't know what's happening.
I think it's the third person.
Yeah, third person.
Can you hear me?
Jump out?
Oh, is that one? Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, let's put two
I hear
people
you now.
at season.
I don't know why this keeps happening.
I think it's the third person. Be too strong for the stream.
My friend group is really small, so they all understand how I operate.
That's good.
R.I.P. Kruffy. That's right.
But StreamYard should be able to host up to 10 people. So
what want me to weigh in on, bro?
Jocko, you want to weigh in?
Yeah, man. Should I talk about schedule? Oh, for sure, man. So definitely how I manage my time is I need to make sure there's an equal balance with me working and me getting to chill, like me getting to relax, because the thing about being busy is like at the moment I'm generally busy. Like I do a lot of shit and I literally don't have that much spare time. So I have to make sure that what I'm doing I enjoy. Because at the moment in my life, I don't think I can have 2 hours in a day where I can sit back and do completely nothing, or it will put me back in some way. Like I need to make sure I'm on top of everything. You know what I mean? But one thing that I would say 100% you have to add to your schedule and I will add to mine is a walk in the morning, because that just helps me so much on different levels, bro. Like I would 100% recommend every single person in life just have a walk in the morning and just clear their mind. You know what I mean? And it just wakes you up for the day. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, 100% just. And when I say I had to walk, don't just rush it. Don't just walk for 2 minutes. Like actually go to a park, just chill, look at trees, just absorb the atmosphere, appreciate how beautiful everything is. Appreciate.
Recently, I started. Yeah. Recently, I started meditating in the morning again, and
Nice, man.
yeah, take your time.
I feel like it just puts you in that
One of the best
mind
parts of
frame.
my morning is, after I wake up, I walk outside and I just take that first morning breath, and it's crisp and it feels amazing.
The smell of fresh air, nothing can compare. I'm telling you.
I think we can move into that feeds into like another one of our topics. That is the importance of action in a man's life. Actually, as I am right now, I want to do more because I have far too much spare time on my hands where I'm not doing anything productive, and that it's not, especially for where I am at mentally, it's not helping me, and it's really bothering me. So every day I'm just trying to find small things that I can do to fill up time that are productive, because you can be busy and not really being productive.
I hear you, bro. So would you consider adding fitness to your schedule? Any
Actually,
sort of like,
see,
yeah, what's
my
that?
thing is I've been doing calisthenics on and off for a long time. Even when I try to schedule it, because usually it takes like one external event to knock off my schedule. So
I
I've
hear you,
been
man.
wanting to get into a gym, but to get into a gym I have to get a job. I'm actually open to getting a job because to start making those types of moves.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What I would say to you, if you were to have a membership or not, so do calisthenics or go to a gym, try go to a gym maximum 5 times a week. Maximum 5 times a week, because that will keep you busy. And if you enjoy it, then bro, like I always said this before, I've been super busy. I didn't say it to brag, but I just say so you know that I know what I'm talking about. When you're busy, time goes fast. Let me tell you that. Time goes extremely fast, especially if you like what you're doing. Like me doing everything I do, I get a bit tired, you know what I mean? I still got energy, but I'm tired. So I go gym straight after school. I don't even think about going home first. No matter how tired I am, I go after school. The reason I'm still able to do it and have an effective session is because I genuinely love, I enjoy going to the gym. I love the fact that I get to put time into myself and improve myself literally week by week. Literally week by week, I'm improving. Day by day, I'm improving in some way. That's the aim, you know what I mean? And that's what just keeps me motivated to see consistent progress and not wanting to let go of that consistent progress.
See, when you say that, I was like that when I was doing track because I almost never missed a day of track because it was something I genuinely enjoyed. I enjoy just the feeling of having a strong body.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know how it goes, man. We said this before, but like being short and skinny is just not a good combination. Because our
Bro,
height, which
man.
is 5'8", I think that's a good height. Like I consider it a good height
Same.
because you're in that position where you're not small, like you're not a tiny dude,
Yeah, no one's
and
gonna look at you and go, "Oh, that's a small dude, man." Like, oh,
yeah,
I think you need some help. No one's gonna look at you like that.
and when you bulk up, it just adds to it. Nobody's gonna be talking. Well, people are always gonna talk down, but you come off as more intimidating when you build your body
You,
and more powerful.
you, 100%, 100%. And I think some people get it wrong because I think some people, what's the word? Some people mistake confidence for being intimidating and scary and look everyone in the eye and everyone's intimidated. It ain't even about that, man. Because when I've tried to do that in the past, it just doesn't work. That's just not what I truly want. I think true confidence is when you feel like a unit, like you just feel like you're you, bro. And like no one can take that from you. You feel like such a unique individual. How can I say, man? You just feel like the shit, man. Like you're a man. Like you're who you are. No, one, you're in your own bubble, basically, man. Like I've noticed that with my newfound confidence, when I make videos in the park, I don't. It's as if no one exists. You know what I mean? I'm just walking. No one can. No one can put me off. I could start shouting. I wouldn't even think twice about it because I'm in my own bubble. No one can throw me off this energy. No one can put pressure on me, make me feel anxiety, nervous. No one, man.
See,
Um,
that's what this channel did for me. Um, it raised my confidence because now I have like a solid identity as Kruffy conscious. Whereas
mm,
before, my reputation was a bit soft
mm,
in terms of like YouTube. I genuinely think that because as you go throughout your YouTube career and you grow, or maybe you go a long time, it might begin to weigh on you. Because even if I would say that I consider like YouTube, I don't really consider YouTube a hobby because I do see it as a long-term investment.
yeah, for sure. Long term, yeah, for sure.
So I try to invest as much as I can into it. You know,
Yeah, for sure,
in
man.
terms,
YouTube to me is just literally invest. It's literally an investment, and then after time, then you get to see results. Some quicker than
yeah.
others, you know what I mean?
What I've been trying to do recently is try to be more positive, try to be more grateful. Like in the past two
You,
days, for each day I got like 1 subscriber, and what I realized was um, I'm not I looking too far ahead. Like I'm trying to get to 100 subs, but I'm not, enjoying those little victories along the way.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah, I know
something
what
that
you mean. Yeah,
tap into.
like when you think about it, it's almost crazy that we're able to have our own platform. I know it's just a little channel, anyone can make a channel, but that is your own platform. And you can build it up by yourself. You haven't got to pay for it, just literally build it up by yourself, watch yourself grow over time, invest into it, see results. That's kind of crazy, you know what I mean?
I like to see my I like to see my influence, like seeing what someone learned, like seeing someone apply something that they learned from
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I feel yeah, that feels good, trust me. Especially when they like I've gotten DMs before from friends of mine or someone that I don't know at all saying that, oh man, I watched your video or oh I did this, I did that, and that's generally helped me out. Thank you. Like when you get DMs like that, they mean the world, man. I'm telling you.
I
It means
put
the world, bro.
Yeah, I put anybody on game that wants to listen, because uh, every time I learn some new information, I try to I try to distribute it as soon as I gain an understanding of it. Because especially if it's something that I think can help you, I'm gonna try to get that to you so you can apply it in your own life.
Mm. Yeah, man.
That's
I think yeah.
that's
So
how
what
I
you say?
can that's how I can say for sure that like no one can come to me and say like I didn't help them, because if I didn't help you, that means you gave me a reason not to.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, man. I was just gonna ask something to you. Hold on, man. Damn.
Um, like my
Yeah,
Instagram.
but
Yeah, go
oh
ahead.
yeah, that was it. There's no
What?
need to like be selfish in a way where you just refuse to help people. The only time where I wouldn't help someone is if they literally make it clear that they might not mean it purposefully, but oh I don't want your help. So if not, then I'm not gonna waste my time. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
Now, I'm not
what
gonna.
I yeah,
So what you said?
what I've started to do in terms of like people, especially when reaching out to people or trying to make like a new build a new relationship or make a new connection. I give you one chance. If we can go cool for say like this entire day, but at the end of every like my first interaction with someone, I give them the choice whether or not they want to continue interacting with me. If they tell me no,
Hmm.
fine, I won't have anything to do with you.
You.
But if you tell me yes, I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure I help you out.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Because when you know that someone's a true friend, that they're truly there for you, you will invest into them and they will invest into you out of the kindness of their heart. It's not like, oh, I I bought you this for so and so, you have to pay me exactly. No, it was just done out of love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Man.
Yeah, so if you're ready to I think we can end it here for today. Next
Today,
time
man.
next time can we do it on like something like this on your channel, bro? Because this
Was it stressful to set
like
up?
it took a lot. It took us like 2 weeks to set this up, and it's only like 5 people. I thought Richmond.
Yeah.
I thought we could do it because Rich did it, but he
Bro,
must have
it'll
a
come
better
in. There's
understanding
a
of the
first time for
platform
everything.
or
It'll
something.
come in, man.
I
There's a first time
was
for everything.
Yeah, it'll take time. That was what I was. That was what I was telling. Get keen. Like every time I try something new, usually it doesn't go that well, but after the first time, I do better.
Bro, that's what's supposed to happen. You haven't done it before. The first time I entered the gym, obviously I've been doing push-ups and shit. I ain't like a complete. 1st September, first time I enter a gym, I'm intimidated. I don't know what to do. I'm skinny. I see all these guys lifting 50 kg. That would be pounds in your thing. I'm like, what? I'm in the wrong place. I'm gonna go back home. What am I gonna do? then give it like now. I ain't saying I'm swole now, but I'm confident now. Now when I see weights, I don't like, oh, are you using that? I just take them. If someone's using it, they'll tell me. I don't go around like, oh, sorry, can I use that? Can I use? You know what I mean, man?
See,
Your first video, movie, book attempt, whatever will be terrible because it's your first one, your first attempt in learning. When you get used to it and you do it occasionally, when you practice, then you get good. That's the point of it.
See,
That's the whole point.
We're talking about those guys in the gym, like an innate part of my character. When I see a challenge like that, it like something just kicks in my brain. I get hyped up, like I want to rise to the challenge.
Exactly.
So that's in the past. That's helped me out with confrontations. Like in high school, guys would come up to me and try to test me, and I'd. But the funny thing is, I wear glasses, so if I'd actually want to try and get in a fight, I have to take off. I have to take off my glasses, and that's not intimidating. Anyway, man, yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean, man?
All right, man. So I think for a while I'll only be doing like one-on-one streams, but later on I'll arrange something like this again.
For sure.
If you ever want to collab again, bro, hit me up.
For sure, man. I got you. Man, appreciate you. Thank you.
Cool, bro. Yeah. Thanks for coming on.